eng kasarta noton uni kingen kele korom kasit eng ole mache koek inye kenyoru kelchin eng sekta noton nebo kabatishet ako mising nebo ribet noton nebo kiagik. Diamond V ko mitwok che koronen kabisa che tindoi cham kolen bichu kene kure yeast ngeteshin un yeast kotoreti kora kole katestai komie digestion eng moet noton nebo kiagik. Singibai kiagikuk inyorune kelchin eng yo kiaget tugul neikochi kiagikuk ke digesteni komie ako bechao mitei choribe tuga chebo chitab kwani kochome teta kabisa na dawo daktari kotindoi teta eng olimbo area so koribok teta kwa mune amu iboisie kene kure Diamond V kobun kompanitab CKL Africa Limited testi che nyoru tugul nebo aeng ko ngomis kiagikuk konyoru kelchin eng amitwogik che kikochi magene ye kalyata nyi aboe amaetu amune amu mara maikochi kit ne toreti asobet keng amitwogik komie eng moet nebo kiagik. Kibwat akobo Diamond V kobun CKL Africa Limited piman komie indoi cham kelen kijiget eng nomining ne iboisie iburuch amitwogik ako nyoru kelchin kiagikuk rani eng Diamond V kobun kompanit noton nebo CKL Africa Limited.
Alright, Colgate kokere kole karib kelekuk, Colgate kokere kole karib kutit, Colgate kokere kole ketililitu inyendet sinyoru nyiganatet ing'ololchi biik, nyiganatet noton nemengen ile anan nemelen ile keimchi nenirori okot ning'alal inyoru kabisa non len ikere kelek che kororon che lelach amun keboisien Colgate Charcoal. Iwendi tuget nemi karibu ak inye ak iteb noton nile Colgate Charcoal anan ko Colgate Herbal. Angen ale Colgate ko brand ne inegen ne niwo duget rani itebe kityo ile konon Colgate metebot ki age leto konon Colgate noton ko brand ne inegen ne ikonai customers chechang kabisa. Boisie rani Colgate kotimache nyiganatet nemi barak kabisa en tililindab kuting'ung.
Sikemache kemwa afya mising daktari kwamu sekta ini kobo kamanut makimuche kebe mbar kibotishe ngot ko mami biik komie. Kikamwa president kole kora kikikure SHA kone toreti mising asikobit yekisuldae ng'alekab housing ng'alekab ne komi biik kotindo afya ne kararan singemi education kotindo biik afya ne kararan. Kale chi eng olimbo Baringo, good morning boss, katwa kabisa Dr. Kipkebut kale kuna Mark Yagan ami ole muserechi eng Baringo kale I'm happy to know that you have medical experience na nemagat eng Baringo kale people are still traveling all the way to Eldoret or Nakuru for dialysis. It really shaming. What's your take kale sitin kale chi kikure Mark Yagan eng olimbo muserechi sitin kale kilioje biik kitoko bendi dialysis olimbo Nakuru ak Eldoret ako kimite kenyisiek tamanaki after devolution daktari. So tin kityo mangen ale kinyoito ano this sector daktari sector ini health eng emoni ne devolved nguni kotos ne negoe asi najab kelen bijo for us to do better.
Bas kongoi mage kamo kale I expert in health service management health service delivery ko kiager the way devolution wametengeneza health services was devolved kwa counties. Ko shida nikitinye yagerane kwa maoni yangu as a professional. Ko shida nikitinye ko governance in terms of health service. Amune swale ni governance. Kiawe kiatembean karibu counties law this country. The country.
Yes.
Ko ikere each county handles health service differently. Ko yekir ko it is governance and actually experience in managing health services. Shida negitinye especially in Baringo. I don't want to say other counties because Baringo is mahali nimeingia negaoger kya jotari tageris amo ya kit nigeyan amach ngechran po governor.
Yes.
Ko agenge ko mixene tugul funds chupone kilene kiboisien karibu yeitebe ngulene kiboisien karibu 4 billion or 3 billion something like that figure.
Yes.
On health service. Line go yeikir the way they use the money ko is not used kegere. Have you rationalized what you want to spend in health service? Amo the way I see ko igere the ambulance service. Ambulance kiname karinu Toyota Land Cruiser. Ko ambulance. Kumuje kende somewhere like Chemalingo Land Cruiser kele ambulance. Yamami mugonjwa Chemalingo that ambulance kwegu transport vehicle. Yes. Bebana watu. Higere the way I've done, the way I've recommended,
Yes.
the way to run health services, yeah, much see in your accountability. You have to separate the health service and ambulance service.
Yes.
Ambulance services plays a very important role. If you want people to get ill, lazima separate them. When you separate now, you rationalize it. Ambulance service kumaje ipoishen silangata. Akile the core medical service ipoishen silangata. So this ambulance service, if you want the ambulance service to supplement the medical services, go lazima manage it in such a way that it actually sustains itself. Yemi Barengo, Parabaroshek, they have few roads to Kararan. That's why they are buying Land Cruisers. Again, the Land Cruiser, Jamalingot. At one time, you find the same Land Cruiser ambulance. Kumi, when they were paying a call where probably you had put another ambulance. And I'm going to then, side the same ambulance, Nepo, Jamalingot, Kungete Gabarnet, Kumutumugo, Yogo Eldoret. That is not rationalizing because you are spending a lot of money. This Land Cruiser takes a lot of fuel. If you have these four-wheel vehicles, to transport patients, going at the rural places to a facility in Jamalingot, and then from Jamalingot where roads are good, you get an ambulance which is cheaper to run to bring a patient to Marigat or Cabernet. And then from Cabernet, if there is an issue, a patient to be transferred to Eldoret, get an ambulance from Cabernet to transfer that patient to Eldoret. You use now proper.
Yes.
Now, you get this ambulance. They're not ambulances. They actually pick up some matatus because I've seen almost every ambulance that I've seen. It's just but you see, an ambulance is supposed to ambulate somebody ni ikirele kiumian. Pengine mtu ameumia mgongo, pengine mtu amefunjika, pengine mtu amepata heart attack, pengine mtu ameumwa na nyoka ama nini. It's not enough. Kenda kityo matatu, age waste ngele this an ambulance. Kama an ambulance, ni tendo facilities with somebody inside. Ni yegele gaito ambulance. Ambulance ikifika kwako namna hii, then you see the first medical service or first aid inaanzia hapo. Gikoni ngirichek you maintain, mtu anaangalia kweli you stabilize before being transported. Kama ulianguka na umefunjika mgongo, somebody lifting from the ground to the ambulance, somebody qualified, so that you don't add injury to another injury. And then now you're transported with somebody taking care of you until the hospital. The hospital, they hand over you, and then the ambulance goes back. But now this one calls now for a lot of governance or a lot of improvement in terms of changing this. I think the last time I read, I think SHA also covers, if you get an ambulance, I think SHA can cover for the ambulance service.
Yes.
Okay.
This is what we need to do so that we can improve the health service. There are so many things that we can be changed. The money that comes from share of national revenue, I won't say it will be enough, but at least it can do something if they manage properly. You know, you can't take that money. When people are missing medications, training, staff to go for seminars and all those, you only rationalize such that you know this goes to, and it will not affect the service. Separate those ones and make sure, and then utilize the SHA. The SHA is an insurance. In fact, if SHA, if the management of hospitals and health service in counties can maximize on SHA, then the manager of national revenue will only be used to do maintenance. But paying for patients and treatment and drugs, so the first thing that a county should do, making sure the people to county they enrolled in SHA, and so that they qualify. Any medical issue should be paid by SHA, and then now you yourself, the money you get from SHA, you use to buy medication. Although there is also money coming from the national, but you should not depend on that. You rationalize the money that comes, and then make sure that you utilize this insurance. Because if you utilize the insurance, then you won't have problems. You won't have problems. If a patient comes, at the end of it, kulubane SHA almost everything. You don't have to go to county funds again, a fund and all this. But this one needs now discipline, corruption should be actually to the minimum. I know it's very difficult.
Yes.
Anger is the corruption, but you get somebody in Imuji. In my, I would say my pillars, or the way I want to run the county. I want to make sure that people who work in the health system or people who work in health service should be people who are qualified. People, if you put somebody there, this is somebody who should know exactly what to do. And you see, when you want, I believe, somebody who wants to manage or run health services should be somebody who actually gives herself or himself to that cause of helping humanity within that. You don't go there to make money.
Yes.
If you're to make money, then better do it somewhere else. But instead of coming to now, take money from public coffers, you're making money here. And this is the problem. It's a problem. It is a problem.
Amesageti na tabo corruption kitu kile ngoma tiamu ni tako shida kabisa daktari engin county sejo.
Kora ke ngalale ni le tinye tugun chogo ipanga ni le ko se tagiye en county noton bo Baringo ke mo le tinye negi tuguk mut che geri le katagiye ne mising no go igeri la moto unineton karon ke chuto fisa mon county bo Baringo ko gigonyor governor to mamichi ne ko iwe ko ngele ko we ko leng lang ni ko break ko nye nyone ko ke chi ne ke tau ne ni ko se le ye ka banga go ne tag tau ne ano.
Yes, ago si itau ne among na le one of the gagere your key pillars enya go meet the health sector kora in daktari amugo masta ne go ito si missing senior the other sectors jonga na le kere missing diga bodimba Baringo county ngalio tap ngemara ni health sector ko to magengalale machines tumage ngalale take set up hospital isha tumage ngalale kitake tukul kumita human resource part of it nagigo ek challenge mu nginyor wanas nemi te Nairobi aga nas nemi Baringo anas nemi Nandi anas nemi te Narok komagerge remuneration so nenegyoe asi kuyege mwa ile kiroje tukul gele migomne nenegyoe ne much kwa irane governance and county sana ndai governor te leo ni sigeri le motivated ago chirogis nurses and waiting ke the health sector.
Pas Kongoi. Kiamo tayale have experience nebo human resource management, health service management. That involves human resource management. You can't use people to be satisfied.
Yes.
One of the issues in human resource development or management is satisfaction. My intention or what I want to do is the first thing that I should do in terms of all the pillars.
Yes.
But I'll deal with health service. The first thing that I will do is to work with the medical staff. Get them, let them tell us exactly what their problems are and the solutions. They have the solutions.
Yes.
Yeger pichu chumiga kutenya solutions. But the delusion, because keres kulam big chumi para komagere kile nei amingeresa kile nei a fish rots from the head. If the head is rotten, then the whole fish is rotten. But if the head is fresh, if the head is fresh, then everything goes fresh. My intention is to do things differently. I said I want to transform the way things are done in Baringo. And the first thing that I'll start with is the health service. And of course, within the health service, I told you a little bit of how I intend to reorganize the health system. One, human resource. Without a human resource, you can't run an health service.
Yes.
Motivated human resource, because they know where they're going, they know they're being supported, and they know they're being enumerated well.
Yes.
That is the first thing. You start with the human resource. And then now you come to the equipment, the hardware and the software within the hospitals. We have challenges. I won't say problems. We have challenges in Baringo because I won't exactly pinpoint where the problem is.
Yes.
But every now and then, Baringo District Hospital or Referral Hospital. One, so many things are not working. And this is something which needs a lot of attention. I believe if I put my system, I've put these systems in place in so many places. There's one, let me just give you an example. I was running a project in a country called Brazil in South America. I was given by the sovereign government of Brazil a setting up, not even straighten up the health service of a province.
Yes.
So I took that challenge, 1 year contract. This province received about $1.2 billion. Excuse me. Of resources to run health service.
Yes.
In Egypt.
Yes.
I went there. It took me 3 months to actually get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
And then I realized out of this $1.2 billion, $800 million used to go. Easy to the seminars, traveling, yote. So what I did, I rationalized.
Yes.
Look at this money. Some of them were just disappearing. And people, unapata hospitali. What we have, almost the same thing I saw the other day. They were looking at the hospital in Baringo, the ceiling falling.
Yes.
The same thing was happening there. What I saw there. So what I did was to rationalize. Let's divide this system. HR it's a complete system. Medical services, complete system. Get people within these systems. HR, get somebody from HR and tell them this is what we want. Because you just direct them, because these people need some kind of direction. Tell them this is my government, this is my county, and I'm the governor. This is what I want in HR. This is what I want in medical services. This is my vision in terms of rationalize the health service. And then you follow up.
Yes.
Make sure you follow up. In that country, I managed within 9 months. I managed to reduce that 800 cap, that money which was lost. Nobody was accounting for it. From 800 to $200 million. 600 in a system.
Yes.
Do you know within 1 year, every hospital in that place we had to allocate money and renovate all the hospitals. Where there were these repairs, we repaired. Medicine being supplied. Because what we did was we changed the whole system of supply.
Yes.
And then we rationalized now. Each hospital used to run their own ambulance service. Again, this hospital, sometimes unakuta ma ambulance imeharibika.
Yes.
So what I did, I said, let's rationalize. Let's pull out ambulance service and said it like it's a different thing being run separately from this one, because it's different.
Yes.
Responsibilities and people answerable should be different. Medical services, somebody running the medical service should be answerable. Nursing staff should be answerable to this. And then now you spread the same thing to the whole county. That way, even the money we receive will actually work, because everybody will feel motivated.
Yes.
Motivated.
Yes.
People will see, you work there and you have a future. Maybe after 1 or 2, if you perform well, there'll be a promotion. And there'll be something like that. So people will see a pathway to professional growth.
Yes.
So that is exactly what I need to work, to bring to Baringo, to change that. I know there are challenges.
Yes.
One, in Baringo, we have a problem now. We have so many health centers. Which cropped up because everybody wants a health center. When the Gunyoro MCA or MCA, funds, na wanachenga. I'm not saying they're not doing it. Wanachenga, although maybe we don't know. Now unakuta hospitali mzuri imetengenezwa, but there's no nurse, no medication, nothing. Hospitali tu imekaa mzuri sana. Sasa zingine inakuwa tu inakuwa stores.
Yeah.
This is where rationalization comes in. We have the system has to work together so that if an MCA or an MP wants to build a hospital or something like that, we should work together. The person in charge of medical services, the person in charge of human resource, the person in charge of ambulance service should work in harmony. And then that way you reduce wastage properly.
Okay.
Now, can work 5 of them.
Yes.
The next one, go mambo ya agriculture.
Amanye Steve agriculture nata ko angana le baringo garao tendai interest missing sector ba agriculture ngalega biashara ngala le bigole kumnyat muno baringo ko maya lakini to magito nyor kaya gibarta missing market not ne bay manege matune ke basango city nyata kitin ke ba sector ne ba agriculture na ikasake destak ba daktari Dr. Kip Butangole studio inenet ko bunulimba baringo ago ikuitos missing na ikasake ngala el sector ke kasata ne ko missing ko master not ne ba afya amutindo na yet ki way senge money ago consultant gora en matune ke ba sang engale ketinyege ak afya kungitinde itibut karaya kwedinge WhatsApp 0747 1060 SMS number nyana tinyako 30552 SMS number ko 30552 kabati tu joga sikimade ke mwaga kacha engune kabati joga sejana na ke mwangele chin mi tegi ne ke gurene mi ke ne ke gure kupakula advance formula ni togi bun CKL Africa Limited kikene missing CKL amu ibun tuku ketete tinyege ak sector ne boka batishe ni togo majegele chin mi toki kane kabisa kiage kupakula advance formula ko majegele chin supplements tare tokoro gole mi kiage gugumye ago tenda protein tenda phosphorus tenda calcium tenda vitamin ago tenda itigure essential amino acids so yetu le miorani age majege age ketelilen ago ka mwagele tenda tukineget angwan netai ko tesagi mnade tengiagi go kitane ba ayin ko tenda vitamin A netare tiagi go gimegi to kabisa matamnyando sengo tukul jajam ge gure myamne changa pona megiagi ko ngibai waishe kupakula advanced formula matamnyando sengo tukul mi gore ngalega essential amino acids chegarone kabisa engyoso ngmeje tata negararan netelil gomye negiger ko na megonda ne much kwalda gomye ne much ko ni jikajete zote ngo tukul ibwat agoba kupakula advanced formula itogo mitwak chegarone kabisa ibunu kamunit notane ba CKL Africa Limited.
All right, kitesta ki botungile jibengu notane ba Stanbic Bank komiten agoba inye maite imgeji ile ara atinge nano ananyorne nano partner notane much ko toreton partner ni mucho obage bagenge eng paisieta katukul notane tene ngalalag bengu notane ba Stanbic Bank leji story nangunget masterpiece no aniteje ngalale masterpiece ko biashara nigitaw ne ngwenyi tesigi icherugi ialda tugunenyo ago igeri la yetu anaga go biashara nangung ngalala bengu noto nebo Stanbic Bank wendi to stanbicbank.co.ke no to stanbicbank.co.ke.
Daktari kaga teptiza gole kaga mwa ile tida tu kinegit mu chemaje ko nainen chemaje tawalak engo master baringo kaga sama tisa gele tenyo beshenya ke mwa health nege amu sector ina go sector ne karara na go chetu gele majenga jadet mabaringo nege chetu gele majenga jadet ba governor go CEO jamge tebe kitogelen to kimwa ko tuguk che it makes sense kele ngonde ke gune man ko aksa gumye mi ko masuk chenga binyoru governor na daktari inyoru governor na gacheng daktari ko XCC ago jeng daktari ko chief officer ago bikitenda experience twai lakini tako shida gora ko the same challenges so monga no lenga ko mangunano so ko mite bik chegi gede tendai the right people for the job lakini kanyo ko ma ka sit kumye anore tu ne siasa samutai ko ma ka sit en counties ko so ko itinya tale ningebwa ne bagar kacha nege mai lage ngeng pillars chegi ka set tege soldae daktari en county ne bo Baringo.
Asante. Netai ko amacha mwale kasi nebo governor. Ko if it does to work, ko it should be 80% management,
Yes.
20% politics. 80% management, 20% politics. Ko igere pichu iputsot sana ko muche kichutu politics saidi. And management ina potea. Governor kama mache kuchut politics kichute react president hata kama akiongea is still the chief executive officer of the county,
yes,
of the country.
Yes.
Ko a governor ko mache guna. So akere ane hale the problem could be this way. Muje ya appointed a professional, a doctor, Koranan go CC, CEO, everybody, daktare. But lakini if yourself as the chief executive, go you're managing using politics, probably 20% management and 80% politics. Because still there'll be no development or no change.
Yes.
Mache from the top to the bottom. Kukere one vision. Kole kemache ke improve this. You sit down and say this is what we should do, and we should. Igere kumucho kole daktare, we have a problem here. Kemache ke igune. Ilanyita no, don't worry, because you're also trying to please other people. You are not running the L service at an L service. You're politicizing what is the L service, and that's exactly where we fail. If you go in and say, I've been given this job to strengthen mambo ya health service, then go for it. Usingoje mtu mwingine akwambie fanya hii. If you go to your cabinet, say cabinet, look, I want this amount of money allocated to health service.
Yes.
And that should be the thing. If you allocate, you don't expect, again, you put cabbage, you get cabbage.
Cabbage
if
in,
you
cabbage
put
out.
cabbage in, if you put quality things, you get quality things. So it's the same thing. Myself as an aspirant, my aim is to make sure that I transform the health service in Baringo for future generations. I have no other intention. I don't want anything yet. What I want is a legacy.
Yes.
I want to leave a legacy in Baringo. Again, Baringo Nguni, we have a referral hospital, like the Cabinet Hospital, the district hospital. But it's not a referral because from there we refer again. Kupende Nakuru, kupende I don't think we refer, Eldoret and all those. This is what I want to do. My aspirations is to make Baringo self-sufficient so that if we have patients, the only thing probably we are referring to Eldoret is very specialized cases, but not just referring everybody. Hata mtu ampata fracture, Eldoret. Nini Eldoret. If you go to these advanced countries or foreign countries, some of them are not even advanced. Like in a system where they have a referral place where kama kuna mgonjwa, there is a consultant who will deal with that mgonjwa within the county. That way, we reduce the amount of money that we waste referring those patients to, even the SHA payments that come. You don't outsource the treatment of people. Make sure you internalize. So my intention is I want to leave a legacy, and I want to leave a legacy project to make sure that Baringo is self-sufficient.
Yes.
Haya.
Agriculture.
Asante now. I'm going to agriculture. Now, agriculture, Baringo has a very good potential in terms of agriculture. It's just like even Kitale, or even Eldoret, or even any other place where it's an agriculture. Despite the fact that most of the land in Baringo is arid, but where you're me arid, go fertile. There's something else. Egere go komnya from those dry places. Kenyuru komnya. But now the problem is we've not solidified this thing, or we've not made sure that we maximize on its Baringo ane ko it's recognized everywhere. It's organic, mami, but now we are going the other way. I saw the other way hane negisergele punu marigata hane. Like this honey kiki process in Nairobi. And then when you check, it's not even honey. It's they are adding sugaro tissue. Yeah. So my intention in terms of agriculture is to make sure that I actually zone Baringo. This area is an irrigation zone. We make sure that we get funds, or we even get donors to come and do irrigation. Israelites can do, if you tell them, I want you people to help, because what we want is somebody who can preserve the land, to do the irrigation, employ our people, and we get revenue. If they sell things from Baringo, we also get revenue as Baringo. The other things, like Baringo is producing the best tomatoes. Ngune. We have a lot of tomatoes from Baringo because of the irrigation from Bergara River, and then it's starting from even here in Cambiamoto. Igere Pico Lenyanye Bakamusho because of this Molo River, and then the other sides everywhere. There's a lot of tomatoes coming up. Go to Sandai, go to Loboi, the soil is good. There's a lot of tomatoes, but there's a lot of wastage. I remember I went there sometimes last year, or was it the end of last year. I met farmers who were selling tomatoes. There are so many pro boxes coming there to buy tomatoes from Kisii, some from Kericho, some from the other side. A farmer may harvest lima ya nyanya. And then picking now. This is grade 1, this is reject yote. And then akichasa grade moja ya nyanya, in Juna laktukul ko reject. So you have 2 grades reject, and then 1 grade 1. Now, anasanya Probox anachaza how many grades? 8 inajaa ndani yote. And then kule mkulima sasa hii ingine hii ni reject. Kukwangis mkulima laine because ni mulima ya nyanya. Tiari what farmers taken 8 grades ili reject ni pengine 15 16 grades. Bas kule now sijui vile tafanya kwa sababu hii sitanunua hii.
Mimi nachukua wapi?
Bas kule njoo okay, have a solution.
Yes.
Wewe nipatie hii tu, acha mimi niweke hapa niende, pengine mtu nikipatia nikiuza hii nipatie moja mbili tatu ndio mimi niuze haraka nirudi.
Yes.
Bas mkulima anapeana nyanya bure. I looked at it. I went actually for 2 days. Nikastuka. Because unakuta mkulima anapatia hata ng'ombe nakula ndatosheka, mbuzi nakula ndatosheka. I happened to know a friend in Italy. I went to Italy. I went to see, because along Mediterranean Sea there's a lot of growing of tomatoes. Anyoru Italia nalenji I've come just on a fact-finding mission. Amache you process tomato. Yes. Alenchi atebeni sale, and this tomato, how do you process? When farmers grow, they are huge farmers, those ones doing large scale, or go small farmers. Wakileta wanakuja tu tuna weigh tuna kipima na kitu agenda factory. Ale and rejects kumi, kolenjo rejects ku ile imeosa peke yake, lakini hizi zote kenda ni factory na shaka produce tomato puree, tomato paste, tomato sauce, tomato, all those things. Well, market is not even enough, value addition market is not enough. So ageralei, these are the things that I will do in Baringo. Instead of farmers suffering, we can get investors who come and invest in Baringo. Put up tomato factories where they can process this, and then we add value. See among Baringo, they either in tint or tomato pockets or even containers. Jogage chop, finished product from Baringo, and then we sell it. The market is there. Now the other thing, go in the same place in Baringo Marigat, they're doing seed maize.
Yes.
In fact, they say Baringo produces about 60 metric tons of seed maize. We supply almost 30% of seed maize to Kenya Seed. Farmers are left on their own. They are okay. They are experts who help farmers on how to do the planting and all those supply, the society supply fertilizers and all those everything else. But the farmer is left alone immediately after harvest. Now it reaches a point where at that time you need help. I went there and I found farmers wanatoa mahindi seed maize wanaanika chini choma na jua ndio ikuje. Ile kitu wanafanya tu ni kupima humidity and all those. And then from there the farmer is told lazima transport peke yako mpaka Kitale to Kenya Seed factories in Kitale. And then what the factory does ni kuweka dawa nini ku process namna hiyo. But again somewhere around Kitale, if you're a farmer, you can get a load of 100 bucks. Create Kitale, kumi brokers. Challenge now, umeleta ngapi hii? Bei ya mahindi ni hii, seed maize ni hii. Sasa tutachukua hii tuende. And then after some time, wanakuambia, ile tulichukua 80 bucks imekuwa sawa, lakini 20 imekuwa reject. Now, I again approached investors and I said, why can't we start a competing farm like Kenya Seed in Baringo? We call it Baringo Seed, so that farmers can benefit. We help them get dryers and all those, so that they get their money there and there. They don't do no brokers, no cartels, no go-betweens. So we mangu kitiombar, chukua huko factory wanatengeneza and then iuzwe kama Kenya Seed. Farmers can do that. Farmers can in America can set up that company and run are competing, because Kenya is expanding. Kenya Seed should get a competitor also. I know there are other competitors, but we can do that for the sake of Baringo people. So that is part of my program. There are also others like irrigation. But you see, by doing this, we're also encouraging farmers. If you plant your seed maize and you get market immediately, then you think of expanding. And you do other things. They borrow it too and then think of employment. That is exactly. So the other issues in terms of agriculture, Gesonan, Baringo got so many different areas. If an area is coffee growing area, soon that area for coffee, assist the farmers, help farmers, get extension officers to help them, get producing the best. If it is seed maize kama ni ng'ombe, tuchukue like the area of ravine, all those ng'ombe inakuwa. Why plant maize ile haikuji and then at the end of it unapata mahindi moja iko na mahindi moja. Instead of putting animals to zero grazing, get milk and process and get farmers, get the produce and get money and add value to all these things so that we don't get raw milk. People, we can process and sell those things from there. Look at Delamere. Delamere started processing his milk in Delamere farm. Now, it's a commercial entity now. What they sell is finished product. So agriculture have a lot of plan in it. The other one is infrastructure.
City infrastructure. Agi tigina maja gebe pole anga na maja kita baringo ko epchinit komnye okaskole tos plan ko une. Ne manyora muki governor cheboy negito 2013 bwata kinge ai governors forum kinge kimi debate negiwa kabisa in 2013 negi kikitepse ketep kele tos nyoene ndijo ngajeletab governor kita kule ngajeletab governor eng yoto ke daktari kita kule njita maja nyaini angni so nene manyor cheboy right ngejitab 2013 ko 17 ak 2022 gebendi 2027 ne ibwati loye imuch nyoro right enye mising eng sector nebo infrastructure ke mwaile baringo ko komasta agenge ne it's a vast area ngete ole bin ravine akwa ko limbo in olimbo ko tetole kwa ko limbo tiati ko being a vast area ko jamko to jure no ye ngalega bortinwe ko ro main terrain ko nebo olimbo baringo so mang dal tozene ne yo city infrastructure enyogi tikin get stack daktari dr kebo tengole studio ko to get stack to batik ya ke mwager kacha mesen ka batik kumine gude ko pakula advance formula ne garanga beso bon community tap CKL ko mwagel gi majibe ga gumi supplement ko ronen ka besa ji ko jini mine ge gure kupakula advance game mwagele formula gitu yetu kijang asobit kutari tingora kulimi kumye tindoi protein tindoi phosphorus tindoi calcium tindoi vitamin A akagure essential amino acids tegora nenga besa nyoso jitu limaji kwa successful farmer kabati ni majarani kiagi ko gimegitu ko tirili tu tetane tupcher ko iye kumye kabisa ke baibaishe kupakula advance formula matika ngoje ngate ta susuke jage nyo mutaye ko ile no yakaliata nyi makono chego magim gaf kumnyani majari ndani cheng kupakula advance formula kubon CKL Africa Limited tindoi kage mwagele high engelegap energy tindoi vitamin A high quality protein au tindoi gure essential amino acids ongibe duketa ke tulani ile jabas kagas kumwa CKL kole tindoi kupakula advance formula ne torti yaki ko megitu enkasarta gatukul.
Alright, ketesta enyan bengi tunasema kwa cooperative bank kwa lenchi ngimite kasarta ngune na uwe nengi nyoru chi 10 bob ni nyoru chi 20 bob kwa kai 7 cha chanka besa kimite ngune gegergele kwa ki boosten in kasarta nota ni makini gechep kondo cooperative bank komiyo kwa lenchi mite ginigelen e-mobile loans ko timo ina ngong agitinya account punu mshara chikuget bengi atap cooperative bank iseveni in bengi nota nebo cooperative bank ko imwana biashara ko imuche isome ngono ngete 100 shillings agoi 2 million Kenya shillings picture bunu salary kwa agoi 1 million Kenya shillings wana biashara ngete 100 agoi 2 million Kenya shillings ago cheiwekta yen kasarta noto ne kokosina bank ngoka kila betut kila wiki kila arawa agoi gonen agoi 12 months chuto tugul ko en e-loans chile to star 667 hash noto ko star 667 hash download an app nebo Coop bank app eng simu download an app nebo Coop bank app eng simu
kage magwa M-Kopa gele jene bwatine nguni ko ni simeti bani ankela kage magele ngoma ya merobine ke images kene gure smartphone maja biashara tang baishone ke ngyo imaji wa social media yale tu kama jale jindani kitinda smartphone imigo mnye kale M-Kopa nyo ipsimet asili banda iko pole kale gora ngo potimet ako yes screen mara go betime ngong ko tindoi negiribe na gure device protection ne ko riben gora go imigo mnye na tay ngot ko yes screen ko un repair ngot ko betime ngong ngolali gora ngyo ko le bas ilian sinyo simet ako ngolian atani ibun M-Kopa enguni tendo gora gene gure gemwa agobo M-Kopa ko tendo gene gure ne tendo gene gure ospekash ne ko tare tene nguni ki baiseng bagenge ka boni tap turako eng bagenge ak M-Kopa baiseng bagenge ko gora ko gonen ka nyai set anan ka tare ten engore ne inege ko ilingi hospitali ya admitten ko gonen 1000 per night magili banen kele jenen yaga imadang hospitali pas ko M-Pesa nunget kiagun ngore tap M-Pesa robinek che megei ko gete ben hospitali bishek taman pas ka lengot ko elibuta ka per night kinyorchinigei refund kou notok kobun M-Kopa neboisien kibagenge ak Tura. Konito ng'olyo neibun M-Kopa kole kimi kora kimi kekonin simet nakikure smartphone, kimi keribun nakikure device protection kolechin kora ng'alekab cover eng konyoiset yakanamin koman akimi sipitali pas kobwotin eng yo Kopa kobun kenekure hospicash neboisien kibagenge M-Kopa ak kamonit noto nebo Turako. Kitindoi dakikaishek nekit 13 ichegei daktari kakamwa kele sitakekuren besho nyekeng'alale eng koindo mising afya eng koindo mising ng'alekab sheria nebo emoni nekitinye nebo devolution tiny kityo kakemwa ng'oliot noto nebo infrastructure plane netindoi eng kakemwa ile kele Land Cruiser koek ambulance eng baringo muthe terrain nebo area ortinwek tuguk cheu nemara ngakulit aran kotial ambulance nebo kawaida mnakemach comfort kosilia amu imuch mait ole wendi so nene itindoi plan eng infrastructure daktari mising ko ortinwek.
Good, thank you kongoi. Ko en infrastructure anan ko ortinwek anan tugun tuju kibune sikeit kila mahali. Ko plan nenyu ko amache aker infrastructure ale ki change amu yeker infrastructure ikitinye barengo ko utinye shida barabaroshek komami kiami ole kile mochongoi kawa ko yarit ole kile ngamailel kimoriot fertile gore watu wanapanda mahindi ikere pandiani tinye karibu mahindi ne watu wanapata mahindi lakini kwaldo bandek at 1800 kwa sababu nyone jitane alai kole sasa hata nikinunua nitabeba aje barabara mbaya ikere just a distance karibu 15 kilometers from this side the other side Laikipia kialdo en bandek 3500 kwa kunia na upande hii ni 1800 kwa sababu ya infrastructure ko plan nenyu in terms of infrastructure just like health service komache you get an expert in that line. Two, I said make sure you now manage. You don't politicize, manage. And then the other thing that you need to look at is the corruption part of it. And then professionalize the construction of roads. Igere barabara sheki, even this feeder road, kidogo tu, make sure you involve an engineer. Amo kini kaogir nekitenye shida, not just in Baringo, everywhere. Ye nyoru chitane nyoru somebody in charge of infrastructure. The first thing they award contracts. These contracts muje gele BQ barabara is 15 million. Pasko kuchenge jita contractor ni muje gole muje kono kickback kulenje okay hii barabara mimi nakupatia. And then mwishowe kulenje sasa nini yangu kulenje pengine nitakupatia milioni 3 ama ngapi. Hiyo BQ imetoka from 15 million to 12 million. Contractor anachukua anapewa hiyo. Pengine mtu mwingine tena anasema for me to pay you haraka lazima uangalie namna hii. So you end up BQ of a road 15 million inatumia ngapi? 10 million. Contractor naye anashika kwa sababu anajua BQ ni 15 million. I'm supposed to do this 1 2 3 4. Kwa sababu anajua tayari ameoil hiyo njia. Sasa mpaka na 10 million. Hiyo 10 million haitoshi. So you find contractor anatengeneza barabara. Kwa hiyo gitio na bogo yake. Lakini hakuweka quality, pengine barabara itakana iwekwe culverts, iwekwe nini, hata maji channeling. Yeye hapana, kazi yake tu ni kutandika barabara ionekane. Unapita siku hiyo ni barabara mzuri, lakini ikinyesha haipitiki. Si ati inatakikana iwe hivyo. Roads have to be designed by an engineer. I have a road huko nyumbani. Ilijengwa mzuri sana. MC alipambana, lakini alipata tu contractor na contractor akalima tu mzuri, ilipitika for the first probably 3 4 5 months. Lakini iliponyesha maji inakuja barabara yote inaenda. But if somebody professional was involved and there was proper supervision making sure that every step imekuwa monitored, hiyo barabara inge last. And yema chigir kuna barabara zingine, if you go to other counties or even within county of Baringo, again, different contractors do different things. wengine wanatengeneza mzuri sana. And then wengine unakuta you can, when you cross from one constituency to the other one, unaona shida. Unaona hapa mtu mwenye ana manage ama mwenye atengeneza hii ni mzuri. So we want to harmonize. My intention is to harmonize roads and all infrastructure in Baringo to make sure that we minimize what I would call there is cowboy contractors. There are cartels who manage these contracts. Contracts are awarded fairly, not because you award somebody because somebody will come behind you and we'll make sure that we monitor, and I'll do it personally if I'm elected as a governor. All roads being constructed in Baringo, because that's my work. As a chief executive, I have to make sure that what we fund using public money inatumika. Si ati unaambiwa umetengeneza barabara alafu kesho mtu anakuambia hiyo barabara kweli ilitengenezwa. I have to make sure with my CEC tuone hiyo barabara imetengenezwa. Because if you have a vision and you want to change things, things has to be done differently.
Okay.
That's exactly.
Kongo ya daktari agera ki kwa site ile deka chene kit moti jaga ikono summary atia imwa ile imaje go governor ter engoret ne une compare to kimi mheshimiwa Cheboy gitebe ko masweke ter kwa serikali nikingo 2013 akot kinge mitei debate nikiba 2012 uage December 2012 kama kige election 2013 ko kingalo le goro bigole yes this is the person we want in county ya tebe help kimi high education laws but ngasata ne goy mheshimiwa Kiptis ko gita experience na nyigo le na kuitosi ground amu kia mwalimu kia kwa unionist akanga na letesa taine ne nyadoga in county kono bigole yes kuma jarani magmaje mo vasio magmaje mising chita ne uyo aiku itosto ke mite ground imaje ku governor teren goret ne une engnyasi kono samari nunga tinya gitken gita sta ko bata daktari engole studio ne bo Kass FM international mige kono samari gitken gita to mangnya gitmaje gele chini bad bengi taben CBA ile ibwaten engone mite ne gure kwa maga bangale ka mwaita kele kadi mwaita engone le ne bengi na tene ben CBA gotiel mwate boishe card ne bo NCB gutko credit and go debit card kiwe gun 10% cashback eng selling ele bo soma ko bara ngede 3000 bo mata jagal eng petrol station gele bane card not ne bo NCB debit and go credit card kiwe gun 10% ge ma 10% cashback ibwat ko ne gotko selling ele bo soma jagal ke gun 300 shillings bo na to ko wandi to na gito sundi de tagenge aga nyon gel tiba selling ele bo taman ke gun agoy 1000 cashback gel tiba selling shegel bo som ke gun na go selling ata selling shegel bo somok chigiwe gun eng nya kelchina ta mesengrani eng bengi ne bo NCB ge bo she card mati cash yale mwaita boishe card na tane ba NCBA debit and go credit card asinyo na gilen 10% cashback na tongalia ni ibun eng arawani wendi kabisa ako itundar tamana ngarawe tap tisap eng kenyini na togo campaign enege ne mwai bengi tab NCBA gole nyuru gelchine enege nyuru melekto nyuru genagararan ko ge al mwaite boishe card na tane ba NCBA debit and go credit card. Daktari imaje Dr. Kipkebut ko ek daktari net ko ek governor ter engoret na une angne
Pas alen kongoy amaje gityo alabaten the 5 pillars quick and then summarize.
Yes.
Ko ne bangwan ko maji.
Yes.
Sanitation. Baringo tukul magitinye sewage system.
Yes.
Peak tukul everywhere ne kiawe mami bake. Iyo kwa plan yangu nitaicharibu ile nitaweza. Lakini kumache kityo kogeny the same way. Maje plan, reduce corruption and then reorganize.
Yes.
Kumianyo nebo economy ako ke risk la ki toret pigo Baringo kunyoru mali na watu wapate employment. I know kia tembean kia we other counties agir ko Baringo magitinye pik che vijana tukul chichangu mi Baringo. Kiatiamane at my level kiatiam amot peak ile naweza kivyangu lakini ko amache yago gavana I'm making sure amo ikiri yao gawe kama sipo Elgeyo Marakwet ko ki paloguk pakusoman ako pakuyo kasi chechang kabisa so hiyo ndio kitu mitangalia amo kitinye shida nebo employment kitinye vijana wengi wamaliza university gitar debates gitar tujutogol. That is one of my number one thing. If I can do that, then nitajivunia kusema nimesaidia, and that's what I want to do. Nataka nisaidia, and then to create also employment within Baringo. I want to bring investors. I want to bring people who can actually help us create employment for these people in Baringo. Kwanyo in general ko the thing ale amache I go governor because I will do things differently. I want to change in Baringo kwa kiyage. Amacha angen Kiptis, I mean Cheboy tried his best. That is what he could. probably there were some things, but they say you learn lessons.
Yes.
Kiager regime nebo cheboy netai, ager nebo Kiptis, ager nebo cheboy ngune. I've seen places, the weaknesses that cheboy Kiptis failed in. The first thing that I will do is to make sure that I completely transform how these people run the county. Again, the first thing that we are now getting, vision. When you have a vision, and then you get people to Toratin, people doing the community actually respects them. People you can tell. I ran. I'm running not a campaign but an introduction. I don't want mama chichi ne sukumana on gulenya yaine ayo ane kuyo gere. I don't want someone to we want you to be my governor. I want you to do this. I want you so that you do for me this. No. Amacha aya negitio wale akirti vile raya wananiambia. I'll if I get into position, I make sure I do things the way I've negasar vision nenyo. Ala amacha ne amacha mamache karon yaite kulenyo non chichi amune meserwa chichi amago authority yewogi negala. That is exactly kita negitar politics in Baringo, gitar development in Baringo, because igere yana pichu to alakchu. Wakati waliingia huko kule ni Japana, mimi nilikusaidia ama jiji inteneo hiyo kuma jiji takunde you know sara ku control kunyoreneke na Glen namegu len marionette yagaje tuna ukitaka kufanya ile no matia inomo anan ego puppet anan ko kwa chita kuchorsa yele yatengi ko igerele arama kataretan nimekuwa kwa hii kiti kwa sababu mtu mwingine amenisaidia. So I decided to go for this amache awal a change in piga I want a legacy. Kia tembea ukisikia CV yangu nimeenda nimesunguka dunia. This is a time I should be actually coming to plan to rest. Lakini ogeri kitale mimi ni rest peke yangu na watu yangu. I got all this experience. I think experience managing health service. I think experience in managerial. I think experience human resource. Kwa mune why can't I help my people? Chuo Baringo.
Yes.
Amune smartore. So that is what motivated me. It's not anything else. Amache a legacy. I want to leave a legacy in Baringo. If I create the standards by you, the next governor will pick from here.
Yes.
Matiga ingumojo gulinchin kole amune si mache na cheboy akuwesa Kiptis akuwesa ama ikiro got presidents. Kenyatta was the president. Kumi kutindo failures and successes. Moi was the president. Kutindo failures and successes. Kibaki came, alikuwa na successes and failures. Uhuru came, alikuwa na failures and success, but each of them was standing on a pedestal. His Excellency President Ruto now is standing on a pedestal. Uhuru Kenyatta. Anaendelea kwenda juu. And then he's aiming you. That's exactly what I want to do, but I want to do it differently. So if I leave this position as a governor Baringo, amachugulene bileye kimichi nekigure kiput nekinyogwal Baringo. We want to bring Baringo to the bar of other Kalenjin counties so that we all fight on an equal ground.
Daktari Gongoi, angana this just by the start ko gitaw gutyo. Angana le mutagi ngalale, mutagi tajin be utage, yegi migi ngalale ko ngalaje afya mutagi ngalale ngaleke tinyege ke magitin sheria. Agotanye gitinye misa ngalega sheria ne ba 20 katiba ne ba 2010 kaitep kelengere ngutosa no le nyalu tago gerebi the process ne ginyo tab governor ko it's a political process and yet kijenga CEO tagolembi go yetos kitagere yo the role of the Senate ngemetab Kenya ne magat ko chikili devolution aitano baishenye tos tagete power gate against Senate tos ngigechina national tawajambi chitinda maswali engalek jagure the legal things daktari ko sinyi tinbe shamo inye ko ya lawyer agara ko daktari majige magun kitaka tubulemi angana le kagetin mesengalek ketinye gak health ko betu tagenya ngalale ada ketinye ke ak sheria not nebo katiba Kongoi mising. Noto ko Dr. Festus Kipkebut inendet ko aspirant nebo ng'echeretab governor eng county nebo Baringo ako kamwaun kole oye atindoi plan eng biikab Baringo kale ngole kiabu noto ko network nenyu cham kelen your network is your net worth kale abwat chalo oye network netindoi komunyo ko kachikilchin biik chebo komasta nebo Baringo kitukyoto nebo nguni kabe miten koindo chebo sait somok ak kabarastaoshek as nyeketestai kitukyonotok ak daktari kiweksei ngomatya kainene ko Boaz Kemboi
Anenyo Teresa Cherorot.